Good morning, race fans, and welcome to Today at the Races at Laurel Park. Tim Tulloch alongside Keith Fusel. Keith, we're coming off a big weekend of racing last weekend. We're going into a big weekend of racing this weekend. This is a nice card this afternoon.
Yeah. It's
going to be very, very interesting to see how it all plays out.
Going through, the upcoming cards today, Friday, Saturday, good. Competitive fields. I think there's options galore from a betting standpoint. We saw over the weekend, you talked about the stakes action, the handle on Saturday. We came back Sunday. Our pick fives, both of them, over 8,000. So you've got to get involved here. I mean, we're giving out some good information. The winners are there. The prices are certainly there. So don't be shy,
We've got a lot coming.
Dig in and get ready for a little battle today, but I'm ready.
It's our time. It's springtime in horse racing, and it is our time. And the next thing we're going to move forward to is Kentucky Derby Day as we celebrate it here at Laurel Park and at Pimlico also. But Oaks on Derby Day at Laurel Park. Gates open at 10 o'clock on Friday, May 6th. Laurel Park's first race will be 12:40, and the Oaks post is later in the afternoon. Advanced wagering here. And then, of course, first Saturday, May, Kentucky Derby Day right here at Laurel Park. Gates open at 10. Laurel's first race post a little earlier that day, 12:15. And then, of course, Churchill, I think it started like 10:30 or something.
Yeah, those are some extended long days. I've been involved in working those cards down there. And, it is work.
It's a long
Everybody
day.
says, "Oh, you're going to the Derby?" Yeah. I wish I was going as a fan.
There you go. And then we move into the following week, which is Mother's Day. It's a busy 3 weeks between Derby, Mother's Day, and Preakness. And Mother's Day might be the most important of those three. But we're going to celebrate that here also at Laurel Park, Sunday, May 8th, 12 to 5, a lunch buffet. Bring your mom out, bring the family out, enjoy some racing, go down the paddock, check out the horses. And you don't have to know, really. You can listen to us a little bit. Some people do. One or two anyway.
Right.
But mom goes down there, picks a horse for whatever reason. You go ahead and bet on it because I'm sure they will come in. You can also visit laurelpark.com for more information. Well, Keith, the weather is pretty nice out there if it was the first week of March, but it's not. It's the third week of April. The only one who's going to really enjoy this sort of weather this afternoon are the horses. Why not? They are the show.
Yeah, 44 degrees. Sun's peeking out. It's we've got some wind to deal with as well, so I did not check the exact direction. Sometimes you get that wind-dated opening quarters in those sprints, but all in all, though, pretty nice day. You can handle the chill. Get out there. I know things are going to warm up as we head through the weekend, so looking for a good card, though, today. Like the card, some good betting opportunities. Going to spread a little bit. You're going to have to spend a little bit, I think, on this card. If you can add definitely to my early pick 4 ticket, please do so, but hey, we're going to get through it.
Track is fast. The turf is firm, as you saw on the monitor there. Let's get going. Race 1 kicks off the early pick 5. This is a maiden event for maiden fillies and mares, 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, claiming price $10,000. Start with your top pick here. Keith, that is My Girl Steve for Lacey Gaudette. This one's dropping and turning back.
Yeah, a little bit of a reach here. It looks like, Color of a Cloud and the one Dixieland Dancer. They look like the two horses to beat. I just wanted to kind of go just outside of those. Certainly Color of a Cloud 0 for 29, but the barn's rolling. My Girl Steve, though, I liked this horse last time off the break. She had a break first time, Lasix, first time blinkers for Lacey Gaudette. Lost all chance at the break, and the jock was kind of fighting her a little bit into the turn. She was trying to lug out, jamming back down, really didn't do any running, so hence I'm not worried about the short turnaround. Jock, trainer combo, good percentage, got some speed, and I faced key horses on the go back. I want to check this horse out in the pack. See if you see maybe an extension blinker, a change of equipment on this horse, make it a little bit easier to ride. The 5's another stranger. You get the 5 on top, looking for a little price with me.
Yeah, going back to My Girl Steve, a horse stumbles out of the gate. Sometimes they get a little frantic. It scares them a little bit. And then they become a little hard to ride if they're panicking a little bit. So I would expect a better break today under Bryson Butterfly and a little bit better performance for sure. Yeah, High Valley did it. Why not? 12 to 1 on the line on top. This is second off a layoff off 4. Ned Allergy hits about 20 29%. I'm happy to draw a line through that race on a sloppy racetrack at return. That's always a big ask.
Love the comment from the chart caller up there. Was Biller, I think that was me. Ease back angle belatedly. Maybe didn't like the mud, some traffic early. Finished with some interest. I know the number's not there at all, so that's going to hence help your price in the opener. Yeah, I'm just the way I'm going to approach this race. I'm going to key the 2 and the 5 top and bottom with 3 or 4 horses. You're the favorites, and hopefully we can get one of those 2 to connect. If we get both to connect, we're going to have a really nice exacta. But that's what I'm going to do.
There you have. There you go. That kicks off the early pick 5. Race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. Keith, as you typically do, you put together a ticket, and you gave a couple caveats leading into this.
Yeah. I mean, look, you started off in the second race, big field on the grass. I'll go 2 deep. I'm hoping that hopefully we can get it done with Laco Ameno or Prayer Hope. Obviously, Lightning Rod all the way out there. Number 13 is going to take plenty of play. We'll try to beat that guy. 2 deep in the third, 3 in the 6. Marketability looks like kind of an all-or-nothing type for me for Farrier. Race 4, here we go, 1, 3, 4, and 5. Rockin' Hickby Chick, a little value there with Barbosa. 3 deep in the 5th, 1, 7, 9. I could make a case for No More Talk. I could make a case for Lost in Manhattan. That race could be an all. I mean, there's your starter, 24. Add if you can. I would advise it. I might even spend a little bit more, grab a friend, because I think it could pay all right. I don't think there's any singles along the way that you can really focus on.
Well, I thought that was quite brave going 2 deep in race 2, which is a big 12 horse field, mile 16th on the turf. 3 and up, started for 25 or less, and which have never won 2 races. We're going to start with our top pick, and that is a 9, Prayer Hope. Here we go. This one comes in for Jack Fisher. Forest Boyce Rides has been running over the jump since last August, but the last time we saw this one was last August. This is down at Colonial Downs, and we're going to pick this one up at the 3/8 pole.
And another really nice job here by Forest Boyce. Boy, she deadly on the turf and tough with these connections. Really got this horse to relax. You go on the go back, you see a comment, too eager early, tired. I know that's way back in 20, for Forest. Given a little time, the horse got a little older, a little more mature. Next comment, settled beautifully right. Got this horse to really relax early in a good field. Save ground early, shifted out. You see this kind of a wide, steady, grinding kind of a move to get up in time at 12-1. You won't see 12-1 today.
No.
Beat some good horses. Caveat, M-Tour came back to run an 89 and then just missed an allowance at Churchill Downs. My only question is, why back to the hurdles after that kind of a run? That just it drives me batty.
I'll tell you off air.
Okay, all right. So here's your stat to go along with it, though, for Prayer Hope. How about this? Boyce Fisher, Boyce McGahee. How about this? 9 for 28, 32%, 16 for 28 in the money. You like it, ROI of 269. I like Prayer Hope somewhere from mid-pack.
Yeah, and, going and running over the jumps, if it didn't teach him anything else, it taught him to relax because he has to relax going, close to 3 miles, 2 and 3/8 miles. He can't be running off like he did earlier in his career. So hopefully that will help again this afternoon. But you're right, Fisher, Boyce, McGahee, Boyce. I mean, they just understand she's very, very, very good on the grass. The 4 is Laco Ameno for Tim Woolley. Fergal Lynch gets the call. This one's returns from a layoff, and we've talked about this. We don't worry about these turf horses coming back off layoffs. They do it all the time, working well. My only issue with Laco Ameno is he doesn't always get away well.
Correct.
And that's an issue for me. I use him, but I don't use him as well.
I just think from the back of the pack with Lynch, he'll work out a trip because the flow is going to be honest with Wicked Pranksters, very quick favorite Image. And there's a few other ones, Rebel Victory, that want to be forward in here. I think somebody's going to get keen, run off and set a pretty honest pace. He went and searched and got a turf rider in Lynch. I like Laco Ameno from the back of the pack, rounded out with the 13.
You can't throw Jane Savelli out of that race, although I did not see that one on your early pick 4.
Correct. Yeah, that's another one. If you can add, go ahead.
Throw it in. Here we go. Race 3. Now there's a 3 lifetime $5,000, 7/8 of a mile, and your top pick is a 3 marketability for Anthony Farrier. First time off the claim for Anthony, about 23%. Comes in with a slight break and is turning back, but here's another one. boy, that's got to get away from the gate.
Yeah, she can be sluggish at times, but this is an all or nothing to me. You go back on the page, 3 races down, a 50 buyer, 56 buyer, 51 buyer, kind of just looking at the figs. It's shown a little more tactical speed going longer. Had this horse, they're not getting crazy. Given 2 months, now we're coming right back for the nickel. That's it. I just take the shot. Hopefully this horse can kind of stalk and move out. There's not any kind of blistering pace. She should be able to stay in touch if she's halfway right.
Yeah, and the 6, Love is Strong. I tossed that race going 2 turns at Penn National in her last start. But the race is going 6.5, and the 1-turn mile here have been pretty decent.
Yeah. Yep, that works. All right.
There we go. 3-6, 6-3. Any way you want to look at it in race 3. Race 4 does kick off the Rainbow Pick 6. We do have a little bit of a carryover in the Rainbow Pick 6 here this afternoon. $10,427 in the Rainbow Pick 6. Callie Francois has done a ticket. We're going to take a quick look at that ticket. She spreads a little bit here in race 4. She uses the 1, the 4, and the 5. Race 5, she spreads 1, 7, 8, and 10. Race 6, 3, 5, 10. Race 7, that's where her single comes, and that is on the 6. Dilly, Philly. Why not? Jamie Ness, Jamie Rodriguez. Not much more of a powerful combination here at Laurel Park. Race 8, she uses a 3 and the 8. And race 9, that's a maiden 10 event. She spreads once again. Good move. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Gotcha. $57.60 ticket in the Rainbow Pick 6. Race 4 is for fillies, mares 3 and up, which is over 25 or less, and never won 2 races, going 5.5 furlongs on the main track. And we'll start with your top pick. This is the 5 Reed's Fangirl. Bobby Musco brings this one in. We're going to take a look at her most recent race up there at Parks, where even though she got the job done, it didn't get off in the best way.
Yeah, a little funky beginning there, a little outward, slightly in the air, but some pretty solid contact to the filly just to her outside. Boy, that one got the worst of it. She was able to recover, though, and was put into very good position. A little bit of a heavier track, so the internals, lighting up the board of 48 flat, but did it against the right kind, beats the next out winner who ran like a lower 50. She's an improving 3-year-old at this time, catching some horses that have been trying to kind of work through the condition. Should be forward, should get a stalk and pounce kind of a trip in here. The barn doesn't run a lot of horses at Laurel, but he is 5 for 8 in the money over the last 5 years. So they come down here, they mean business. She should give a pretty good account of herself. I think the 3 Rockin' Hippie Chicks, a little price user in here with Jaron Barbosa. Came back, was improving prior to the layoff, March of 21. Comes back early April. I thought ran really big. Just sat inside off of a suspect field, but really got through along the inside and drew off nicely. Kind of an emphatic win there for Rockin' Hippie Chick. This is a barn that can win right back and pay a good price. Why not?
It steps up to the 2 for 25, but it was a good effort, lifetime effort over the mud. I have the 4 Island Philo on top for Susan Cooney. Charlie Marquez gets the call. Look, this one's come alive in her 2 most recent starts. Maiden 32 just got beat, comes back, wins the maiden 25. This is a decent spot for winning the maiden 25, the 2 lifetime 4 25 more or less.
Yes, and going back to the 3, the other thing, making this little jump, but when I like to went back and looked at times, the race prior on that day on the 9th was 25,000 maiden claiming boys. She was only a tick off of them, and that winner won by 7. I think that was on the engine. That was Damon's horse that day. So well clear and much better than a lot of us maiden claiming 25 boys. So pretty sharp performance there from Rockin' Hippie Chick. Musical Cat got a little bit of tight spot in the far turn at Charlestown. Might be more comfortable here at the mile track.
Right, and a better spot coming off that maiden 30. This 2 for 25, even though that was Charlestown 2 lifetime allowance. We need to take a quick break.
Okay.
We come back, we'll talk about the late pick 5. Welcome back. Race 5 kicks off the late pick 5. This is for 3-year-olds and up, which started for 12.5 or less in the last 3 starts, or claiming price $16,000. We're going to start with my top pick this time.
Okay.
Keith, that's a 1 Clubman, a 4, Jamie Ness. Jamie Rodriguez gets the call. This is an 11-time winner who's turning back this afternoon. We're going to take a look at his most recent race right here on April 3rd at Laurel Park.
Yeah, I got in good position, was able to kind of settle to the inside, saving every bit of ground. I really wasn't hampered by that horse to the outside. I like the run that Clubman makes. This horse was claimed back in January, so this is going to be the 3rd time off the claim for Jamie Ness. We know how this barn's been going of late. Really, really, really good. And you see who Clubman, he's going to kind of come and roll, and he's going to outfinish who? Rough C, who's down there to the back?
Yeah,
Rough C. You don't see that too often, a horse, when you're keying up horses in these 12-5 starter levels, stakes winners. That's what you got. So Clubman just got the jump on Rough C this day, but just a kind of a good grinding run. 7/8 should be fine. He's got a couple wins at this distance. He's got some back class. He looks like he's kind of hanging around, not top form, but pretty good form, maybe like B+ form if we wanted to call it for the Clubman. 8 years old right now. Yeah, he's going to have to rally. Is he going to get enough flow? I'm not sure. We'll see.
He's sharp.
Yeah, he is sharp, and you can kind of depend usually on Clubman, but Ragtime Blues, I'll take a shot. Jeffrey Engelhardt, I think, finds the right kind of a spot, second off the claim, wins first off the claim against. You're a little hesitant sometimes. 16 claimers at Aqueduct. What do we really got?
Short field,
but I went back and looked at some of those other races. They're consistently bangers around that level, 16, 12, 5, haven't been steady running consistent numbers. So I think this horse, with a couple of these scratches, gets some real relief from the pace flow. Really might only have to deal with Brightthorn on the front. I think things will be to his liking. Can he hold off these closers? Like Silent Malice, like your horse, Clubman.
Clubman, the sharp work since that last race. His lifetime best race by the numbers is going 7/8 of a mile, 94. There in race 5. Race 6 is second of our turf races this afternoon. 1 mile is the distance. First level allowance race for 3-year-olds and upward. And we'll start with your top pick. I have this one in the mix also.
Okay.
We're pretty similar here. Be determined for Suzanne Satinius. Charlie Marquez gets the call. Look, this one was very, very good last year before taking the winner off, or running good, strong figures. Some of those races were at the starter 25. It's a little bit of a step. Won the starter, Maryland Million starter. Okay, great. But this still a little bit of a step up to this open A of them.
Yeah, and Artistic Endeavor's kind of maybe proven, or maybe a little bit more proven at this level with the figures. But Be Determined, Suzanne Satinius had Mokeef ready to rock and roll right back off the break. Congrats on that win. I think this one, a 3-time winner, right? I like that. Artistic Endeavor, a couple of these are still looking for that second victory. So guy knows how to win. They went a little quick, in the Maryland Million race there, that starter back in October. Man, overcome a lot. 4 or 5 wide, pretty much a long way to get it done. I think he'll be ready. He'll be right there in the mix.
Well, my top pick, Artistic Endeavor, Eddie Graham. He brought one in last week. An $18 winner.
Yes.
That one was that. But this one, he's been competing last year at this A other than level, running really nice races and stronger figures. For our Artistic Endeavor.
Yeah, he's had a touch of flatten in his runs where he'll make that looming move and then just not quite follow through. But you must show he's good for dirt. You saw the other horse, Beacon Hill, I think eventually went up in New York and ran big. So listen, Eddie Graham. Turf, when he comes in, you got to pay attention, right? That was deciding vote in the Dahlia.
Yes.
They got it done with that big move. Little horse might be a little bit of a price here, Cosmicality, because there's not a lot of flow. A mile distance is 1-for-1 on the turf. Do we have a vid of that one?
We do. July 4th of this past summer up at Pimlico.
Yeah, up at Pimlico. Antipoison, kind of a speed horse there for Timmy Vick at the time. And we all know the breeding here, right? Cosmos budding. Knicks go, right? All of that good stuff. This horse was bought at that Timonium sale, I believe, over the winter time. And, good effort here. Took to the turf, handled the pressure, kicked back away. He's fresh. Barnes been doing okay of late. So I think the trip is going to be fairly relaxed for this one. Can he bring the punch home and hold off some of these closers that are a little bit more proven on the turf?
And as Fergal Lynch commented over the weekend, the turf is playing a little bit more towards a horse that wants to be close or on the lead and to stay close. So that's the way the turf seems to be playing right now. Race 7 is a starter allowance race. $5,000 starter, going 3/4 of a mile for fillies and mares. You have the 6 Dilly. No, yes, you do.
Yeah,
Dilly filly on top. I'm going to try to beat her.
All right.
She looks like the filly to beat in here. That was a big race in her most recent start, going 5.5 furlongs at this level.
I just think she's the horse. You know, when you're looking at the race, a lot of these horses, they want to go miles, 7/8 to a mile. The true sprinters, to me, are kind of the 2 and the 6. Dilly Filly's just good. We talked about her trip 2 back at Park. She got off poorly and really came running. I know it doesn't really show a ton of makeup of any ground. Actually, looks like a losing ground at last day. She was running hard that day. Got the lead, took the initiative. Next out at Pimlico. I think she sits just outside of Sick Pack Sarah, who's going to be rolling to the front. For Rudy Sanchez-Solomon here off the claim. She's quick. She's going to be the target. Don't leave out the 7, Grace Isabella. She was against the bias on April the 10th. She's a mare that I think going to this new barn is going to be changed up a little bit. I think she's going to take back with Grant Whitaker and try to rally into this pace.
That is their move. I have the 5 Nana Shoes on top. I'm going to take a shot here. Reclaimed by Mikey Gorham off of a win. He turns her back. I've seen Mike do this. If I've known him for ever. Often take an older runner and turn them back, even though their success has been going long, and turn them into closing sprinters. And he may be trying to do this with Nana Shoes here this afternoon. She does show a nice race going 7/8 of a mile last fall, where she closed up and she only got beat to 3/4 length. So I'm going to take a shot there. Going to try to beat Dilly filly. It's probably the wrong move, but I'm going to. We'll see how it all shakes out. As we move to race 8, here's another first level allowance condition, going 1 mile and 1/16 on the main track for 3-year-olds and upward. And you have the 3 on top, Dust Devil for Billy Mott. Returns here to Laurel. Tried the A other than as a favorite in his last start. Quite didn't get there.
No.
If I remember the trip right, he was kind of almost greenish at some points through the stretch, and that may have cost him that race afternoon.
I wasn't here in person. I did watch that race. I was down at Ellery that day, right, for the Ellery trials. So you're right. Never looked really comfortable. And on the 19th, the inside wasn't great. I mean, you had a lot of horses high and wide winning that day. Just never got comfortable. This guy's had a lot of chances at this A other than condition. Tries to knock it out today. Some of the speed has come out of here. Crack a Wagon, Assembly Point. So maybe Dust Devil, who's in the past been a little closer, should stay a little closer. And he's just a grinding type, and he just might have caught the right field to get up in time. Some of this comes out of fairly productive races in New York, so a little shot here. I'm not going to get any price with the Dust Devil.
Well, maybe we get a little price on my top pick, Full Court Press, 4-1 on the line for Horacio De Paz. This one, second off a layoff this afternoon. That wasn't a bad return up there at Aqueduct, where he got beat to 6 lengths. But the 2 previous races at Saratoga and Belmont, those are good races with good, strong figures. Yeah,
no doubt. Hung out, might get hung out just a little bit shorter field. He's got. I think they're going to be aggressive and get to a forward or stalking position. But Celtic Treasure, I think, holds a little bit of value here. Might sneak through the cracks. Looks kind of a little bit dull, but racing himself back into shape. He's run well over this racetrack. He likes to be up close. He has a chance to get the trip that he likes today. They're going to have to work to get by him, I think, from the quarter pole home.
And it's Jamie Ness, fourth off a little bit of a layoff. We've seen these horses kind of get better and better. And with every race, he's gotten a little bit faster. So no doubt about that in race 8. Let's move to race 9. This is a maiden 10 event, maiden filly 3-year-olds. 7/8 of a mile is the distance. And, Keith, you have the 7 on top. A Rational Millennial. Is there one of those? A Rational Millennial? There might be.
Rational Millennial.
There might be one right. This one's dropping for Lacey Gaudette. Got beat 4 lengths over the mud. Going to be getting a fast racetrack for the first time in his career, but his breeding suggests he should have loved what he was running over.
Yeah, I'm just taking a little reach here. Send from the outside, see if this horse can nurse. 2 races back was well clear Fashionista, who came back and ran like a low 50 numbers. One of the favorites coming up over the weekend in a maiden. I believe it's a maiden 25. So yeah, I can see how you got the 4 on top. No worries there. Instaparty, maybe another one from mid-move. A firster that I'll talk about real quick, Miss K's Cowgirl. Imagining the stallion, they don't win a lot first out, but all 3 sibs are multiple winners. Like the improve off the most recent work. Might catch a piece in your exacta. Try. This horse has some turf on the bottom side as well, so might be something to look out for later in the spring and towards the summer. But yeah, you like the 4 though.
Yeah, blinkers coming off a little bit of a break, about 29% for Dale Bennett. Take a little bit of a drop off avoided claim, but the works are there since last December to think that everything's back in action. Ran 5 lengths to Mama G's Wish second time out, so there could be a little bit there. There you have it.
Okay.
That is our card for this afternoon, Thursday, April 28th. Stand by for Dave Rodman. He'll be next with scratches and changes.
All right, good luck.
Thanks, guys. And